Hello, elementary friends. How's it going? It's Miss Pleasure here again. I want to start this time off with a little song since we've been talking about relationship skills and relationship. I want to start off with us having a song, and maybe you can get up and just do a quick stretch and like move around really quick. So I'm going to share my screen really quick, and it won't be too long, but it will definitely be long enough that you guys can kind of get up and stretch a little bit. You got a friend in me. You guys know this song. It's Toy Story, right? And I'm gonna get up, stretch a little bit. You just remember what your past. It's okay. Just kind of move around. Yes. We're getting back. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Think about that in your relationships. Yes. You got trouble. I got them too. Yeah, here's a man in me. Stick together. See it through. Because you got a friend in me. We should all think about that when we are thinking about our friends and thinking about all of those individuals who we consider our friends. So let's just take a minute and do a quick check-in. And today with our check-in, we have a new feelings check-in here. So a new thing, because I have a new book. So you have all these feelings. You have sad, happy, jealous, angry, worried. Um, let's see, you proud, anxious, frustrated, irritable, curious. Look at these and just kind of take a minute, breathe in, breathe out, in and out. So, what are you feeling? So, Miss Pleasure's going to go first. And I'm going to say today I'm feeling hopeful and I am calm. I like her with her blue hair, making a statement there. Okay. So, take a couple seconds and talk to someone around you about where you're at, checking in with your feelings right now. Hey, hope you had some time to talk about your feelings and how you're doing. We are on our last indicator for our relationship skills, and this is talking about peer pressure and social pressure. So, what is peer pressure? Social pressure. Well, our peers are our friends, are people who are the same age as we are or around our same age, people we go to school with, go basketball games, that's on our teams, and those are our peers. And so peer pressure are those things, those combined things that are around us that kind of make us sometimes get stressed out. So it could be schoolwork, um, it could be our peers wanting us to do something that we know that we're not supposed to do. It's sometimes it could be staying up late when we're not supposed to be staying up late because a friend said it's a really cool show coming on and you need to watch it. So that's what peer pressure is. It's all of those things that are just around you that's causing you extra stress in your life. So I'm going to share my screen again and I'm going to show a video that's going to again help us kind of explain what peer pressure is.
Today, you and I are going to talk about how to deal with peer pressure. Welcome back to Talk About It Tuesdays. I'm your host, Jordan, and today we're going to talk about peer pressure. But before we get into it, make sure to stay to the end of this video to hear this week's tip for next week's taco. But first, let's talk about today's taco. If you guessed last week a build your own taco, you are correct. That's leading into the first point on peer pressure, is how you can make your own choices, you can make your own decisions, you have your own voice, and nobody has to choose for you. You can choose yourself. So this taco is a representation of that. You and I have our own voice, we have our own, we can make our own decisions, and just like building this taco, it's our own way. We don't have to respond to peer pressure or make a taco how other people expect us to do it. Or make it, or say it. Guys, always trust your gut. If your friend is trying to sway your opinion or something isn't sitting right with you and something just feels wrong, most likely it is wrong. So always follow your stomach because it's probably going to be right. Peer pressure is pretty hard to fight off. So that's why it's important to surround yourself with friends and like-minded people that take your best interest to heart. Surround yourself with people that you trust and you know that won't force you to do anything you don't want to do. Most importantly, you should know that you can always lean on a parent or an adult you trust for advice. You never have to go through things alone. I always like to go to my mom whenever I'm struggling or fighting with a friend, or I just don't know what is right and what is wrong. But I do know that it isn't the easiest to get the words out, because sometimes you're embarrassed about the situation and you don't really want to say them out loud. So you could just write a letter or send a text if that's easier, because I know that works for me most of the time. Now it's time for this week's hint for next week's taco. Are you ready? Here it is. Beauty is only shell deep. Can you guess what it is? Put up here if you think you know. See you guys.
So, again, she gave out great pointers on what should and could be done if you are feeling pressured. So I want you to take a minute and I want you to think about this question. Have you ever been pressured by friends or your peers? Or have you ever pressured a friend or a peer to do something? Think about it. I think at some point we have all done that. We've all, because I know that I have. I told my friend, "Girl, come on, it's all right. You can do it. Nothing's gonna happen. Come on, come on. I know you're tired. You can sleep later, right?" That's peer pressure. That's me pressuring my peer and making them feel uncomfortable and making them feel as if, um, you know, if you don't do it, hey, something is going to happen, or I might be mad at you or whatever the case may be. So when you were pressured, what did you do? Did you go along with it? Or did you say, I can make my own decision. I don't think it's a good idea. I'm going to do what I need to do for myself. And that's the thing. When she said, you have your own mind, no one can make you do anything that you don't want to do. Think. Go up into your upstairs brain, your frontal cortex. This is the part, this is your thinking brain. If you know it's not right, then you know that you shouldn't do it, right? So even if our friends are telling us to do it, and even if everybody's doing it, if it doesn't seem right to you, you have a right to make that choice. Okay? So here's your activity that I want you to do when it comes to the peer pressure. For K through 2, it says, I want you to write down good things your friends and peers help you with. So what are those good things that they help you with? Those positive things, like a friend picked up a pencil for you, or they helped you study for a test or something like that. And 3 through 6, I want you to think of positive friendship pressures. For example, a positive friendship pressure is we're all going to have a study group tonight so we can all study for the test. Okay. So, what are things positively that your friends do for you that make you feel good and make you know that you're not being pressured, that the pressure that you are doing is going to have a positive result? And K through 2 again, things that your friends or your peers do to help you. Okay. And again, as always, if nobody has told you that they love you, I do, and I always will. I wish you well. I will see you next week where we will start talking about responsible decision making. And again, see you there. Love you. See you when we log back on. Have a great week.